Okay guys, I'm in my shower making this video, yes. This video is going to be a little sad and rough. This is going to be a story about my tragic life story. I know a lot of you guys probably can't see me. I'll try to help that out a little bit. Actually, I'm going to do something else real quick. There you go. My tragic life story started when I was 9. Both of my parents lost a job, and we were losing money very rapidly. My dad was a supervisor at a company, and he was a machinist. My mom was an LPN at the time, and she started taking care of a little boy named Noah with Down syndrome. She'd go there every night, and she'd work for this family, making okay money. At the time, my dad was looking for a job, and he couldn't find one. He found one in Export, which is about 45 minutes from where we live now, in Greensburg. He was the supervisor, making really good money. It was helping us out a lot. He'd go down there every week, and he'd come home on the weekends, which is about a 2-hour drive. At this time, I went to a small school. It was called Youngsville. I was in 4th grade. At the end of my 4th grade, my parents told us we were moving. We moved 2 hours to 3 hours away from my family. And I didn't have any friends. I lived in a development in Delmont, which I wasn't used to because I lived in the middle of the country, in a small town called Grand Valley. Not a big population. Heck, the houses were even different. I lived in a small house, big yard, open fields, woods. We'd go for bike rides all the time. Now, when we moved, all of that stopped. We had a small yard, and we lived in development where we had to pay rent. We lived in a townhome, which was a duplex. It was a small duplex. It was 2 bedrooms. So my parents put their bedroom in the basement. Now, we got a little more. It became about a year later. I made some new friends at the school. I was getting ready to go to the middle school. And this girl, who was the daughter of the people who owned the entire development, all the duplexes, she kept telling her parents that I was doing bad stuff, breaking into people's cars, which I wasn't, and they believed her. My dad went to renew the lease, and they pretty much told my dad to screw off, and that we had to get out by the end of the month. And we did. We moved into another duplex in Greensburg, and we lived there for about 2 years. I made some awesome friends. One was named Bella Pitzer. She also has a YouTube channel. I don't know the name of it, or I would shout it out. She has a twin brother named Michael Pitzer. They're really cool. And they ended up moving about 2 years later, but I'll get to that. And about a year and a half into us living there, my grandpa had passed away, and also my aunt, which was about a year apart. My aunt had passed away first, which was really tragic. It was my mom's sister. And like I said again, yes, I'm in the shower. This video is probably all over the place, but I want to share my tragic story. Now, after my aunt and grandpa had both passed away, my dog, Cinnamon, which was my mom's dog, and my dog, Keisha, which is my dad's dog, me and my dad's dog, they both passed away. The ironic thing is, Keisha died on the same day as my aunt. And it was really tragic. We've had those dogs since I was young, but we never got to see him very much because the duplex we were living in didn't allow us to have dogs besides the small one that we had. His name is Basil, and he is still with us today. Now, We had been living down here for about 3-4 years at this point. Cinnamon lived with my grandma, which was my mom's mom. And, we didn't want to bring him down here yet because obviously the house situation didn't allow him, and we didn't have a house yet. And, in about February of 2014, my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphatic cancer, which is cancer of your lymphatic system, which are lymph nodes, like your tonsils, and they're all throughout your body. And, he got that removed, and it was caused by smoking and chewing, which he had quit right away. Now, he had to go through 32 to 42 weeks of radiation. He didn't have to do chemo because it wasn't as bad as a regular stage 4. And, about 3 months after he was cleared, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer of the liver for the second time. Now, none of us seen this coming. It had been 9 years after the first time, and we thought she was all good. The doctors told her if it got to 9 years, it was never going to come back. And it came back in her liver. Now, she got put on a bunch of medications, and she was going through chemo. They put a little device in here that they could put a needle in, and they do the chemo that way. And about 6 months later, the doctors told her she was doing better. About a month later, they told her that it was getting progressively worse really quick. And they stopped treatment completely. They told her that she had 3 to 6 months to live. My brother was graduating high school by the skin of his teeth. He was missing a credit, and he told his teacher, he said, "Hey, can you just give me that extra credit, because my mom's dying wish is to see me graduate, and she's not going to be able to make it to through another year." Now, it was my brother's graduation party on a Saturday. That night, we didn't think she was going to make it through the night. We got to Sunday. She was still awake, and she was still alive. Now, at this point, her liver was shutting down, and she was getting jaundice. Jaundice is the shutting down of your liver when it's dying, and her skin and eyes are turning yellow. And she couldn't speak, she couldn't eat, she couldn't drink anything. And we had to give her really strong pain medication. And my dad gave her last dose of pain medication, and I had told her I loved her, and I was gonna go to sleep. So I went to the back room of my grandma's house, and I laid down. Within 5 minutes, my dad walked in and told me her battle was over. Actually, I don't think he said that. He came in and said, "It's over." And as soon as he said that, I ran as fast as I could. And I'm not slow, I'm pretty quick. I ran as fast as I could, grabbed her hand, dropped to my knees, and started crying. My sister, she's not actually my sister, we call her my sister. Her and my brother became really good friends, and she always used to call my mom Mom. And, that was crazy to see. I watched my mom slowly die, painfully because of cancer. Now, if there's any cancer folks out there that are going through cancer, stay strong. There's definitely a cure out there. The government is not going to give it to us. They're making too much money. The government is literally making money by watching us die. The strongest survive. So show the government that you're not weak. If you got cancer, breast cancer, liver cancer, lung cancer, brain cancer, any kind of cancer, stay strong. Pull through. Keep your family strong. Stay happy. Smile. Never show cancer that it's getting you. I love you guys. Let me know if you guys want me to go more into detail with the story. I know it's a little all over the place, but I got plenty more detail in the story, and I'll gladly tell it. I love you guys. Peace.